If you're like many of us right now, you have recently become a telecommuter. For those worried about how productive you can be working from home, there's good news. A study cited by the Society of Human Resources Management noted that 77% of respondents reported greater productivity while working off-site. 30% said they accomplished more in less time, and 24% said they accomplished more in the same amount of time. But if you're a parent and you have to work and manage your children, it can be a challenge to keep up those levels of productivity. Add that in that many parents have also become their children's educators, and being productive for your employer may feel overwhelming. Even if you do not have children, being home has many other distractions. In this video, I will discuss 4 ways to remain present and productive when you are trying to juggle a full-time job from home while managing a household. Number 1, start your day the same time and follow a daily schedule. You're probably used to having a daily schedule for yourself already, and if you're a parent, you know that a schedule is so important to supporting your child's mental well-being. Create that schedule and as best as you can, stick to it. Develop schedules and adhere to them with the same dedication as if going into the office. Make sure your children are well aware of this schedule as well so they can understand the expectations. Besides making it easier for the remote worker to stay on track, this regularity helps you stay present. Be sure to build in breaks into your daily schedule as well, whether those are fun breaks or household duties. If the laundry is calling out to you, put it on your schedule for the day and turn it into a break for yourself. We all need those brain breaks. Let's face it, we don't work for 9 hours straight in the office, so don't expect yourself to do that at home either. Allow yourself a lunchtime, and if you're a parent, schedule that time with your kids. Go for walks or watch funny videos online. Built-in breaks allow us to be more present when we need to be. Number 2, designate office space for you, and if you have kids, a classroom for them. If you have the space in your house, setting up an office and a classroom is key to staying mindful during those office hours. It doesn't have to be an elaborate setup either. Be creative. Can you corner off a small space in your living room? An area in which work and school-related materials can be stored and organized? This prevents important papers from being tossed out as junk mail or lost somewhere in the house. Children's worksheets can really pile up quickly, and keeping them in one place helps keep the clutter in one section. And that can also be a huge distraction if it's all over your house. Also, a designated area trains your brain to associate this place with professional activities, leading to greater focus. And when you're not working, avoid that workspace. This is the flip side of the idea of having a dedicated workspace. Even if that means setting up your children's classroom and taking it down each day, this will help you and them stay present and mindful. Number 3, minimize distractions the best that you can. In times of crisis, it can be challenging not to refresh the news every 5 minutes, or perhaps your phone is endlessly notifying you that you have text messages or emails from friends and family wanting to check in. We are all familiar with these types of distractions and have probably established good working habits to minimize them. Working remotely shouldn't change any of those good habits. If the phone is a distraction, turn off your notifications during your established work hours. Don't have your television news on in the background, and try and close down your social media. Just like those brain breaks I mentioned, set specific times to engage in social media or check personal emails, and put those on your schedule as well. Number 4, establish ways to get ahead. Are there times when you can get ahead? Early morning, perhaps, if you're a parent, before your kids wake up or after they go to bed. If your children are young, you know it might be more challenging to work that standard 9 to 5, as young children tend to be more demanding than older ones. Identify tasks and times that you can complete in advance and turn in at a later time. The first thing you can do is identify what aspects of your work you can complete early. Are there elements that if you finish them today would be able to be turned in later down the road? Of course, that doesn't mean working during every waking hour. Burning the candle at both ends doesn't lead to more productivity. In fact, findings of a research paper entitled "Doing More with Less: Flexible Working Practices and the Intensification of Work" found that remote workers who feel the need to be working overtime just to prove to their managers that they are going above and beyond experience significantly more burnout and less job satisfaction. And a fifth tip for you: offer yourself some grace. If working remotely is new to you, it might feel overwhelming at first. And if you're a parent now home with your children, this might even feel impossible. Follow best practices, but know that you may have to adjust accordingly. A schedule is important, but it doesn't have to be set in stone. Some days will go better than others, just like working from an office. Affording yourself some grace will help you to be more present in the long run. Nobody's perfect, even in the best of times. Being present while working remotely is not impossible. Setting yourself up for success can be simple and incredibly effective.